Today is December 23rd, which means it is day 23 of our Advent readings. And today we are continuing to look at how wonderful it is to celebrate the birth of Jesus at Christmas and look back at stories and people through the Bible who are showing us why it's so important that we remember that Jesus is our Savior and our hero. We've been reading from the Advent Storybook, 25 Bible stories showing why Jesus came. This book is by Laura Ritchie and it's illustrated by Ian Dale. So today is Humbled Kings, Daniel 3 through 6. And so if you have your ornaments, would you find the day 23 ornament that looks like this? You can cut it out and hang it on your tree. He has scattered the proud in the thoughts of their hearts. He has brought down the mighty from their thrones and exalted those of humble estate. Luke 1, 51 through 52. Daniel was in Babylon many years and served many proud kings. Daniel saw God humble each of these kings to remind everyone that God is the true king. Once, King Nebuchadnezzar made a statue of himself. He demanded that everyone bow down and worship it. If they didn't, they would be killed with fire. 3 of Daniel's friends refused. They said, "Our God, whom we serve, is able to deliver us from the burning fiery furnace, and he will deliver us out of your hand. But if not, be it known to you, O king, that we will not serve your gods or worship the golden image that you have set up." Daniel 3, 17 through 18. The king was furious. The 3 men were thrown into the fire, but God saved them. The king was amazed at God. Daniel also served King Belshazzar. Belshazzar used special cups from God's temple to praise his own pretend gods. Then fingers appeared and wrote a message on the palace wall. No one could read the writing except Daniel. God's message said that Belshazzar's kingdom would end because he was not worthy. And that very night, the king was killed. His throne was given to Darius the Mede. Darius put Daniel in charge of the whole kingdom. The other leaders were jealous, so they tricked the king into making a law against praying to anyone except King Darius. They knew Daniel wouldn't stop praying to God. He prayed 3 times a day. The king did not want to punish Daniel. When Daniel was thrown into the lion's den, King Darius said to him, "May your God, whom you serve continually, deliver you." Daniel 6:16. King Darius didn't sleep at all that night. At dawn, Darius rushed to the lion's den. Daniel was not harmed. God had shut the lions' mouths. Then King Darius wrote a royal law that said, "In all my royal dominion, people are to tremble and fear before the God of Daniel, for he is the living God, enduring forever. His kingdom shall never be destroyed, and his dominion shall be to the end." Daniel 6:26. How is the King of Kings different from these kings? Well, first off, Jesus is the King of Kings, and he's different because he never did anything wrong. Each of these kings wanted the attention on themselves. They wanted people to know them, to love them, to worship them, to give them things, to do what they said. All they cared about was me, 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 me. Ooh, I can do that sometimes. Can you? But the King of Kings is different. First off, he does say people should worship him, but we should because he's the true king. But secondly, he loved people so much that instead of saying, "Do everything for me," he said, "I'm going to do everything for you." And that's why we are so excited to celebrate Jesus at Christmas.